So as a fan of the NBA, there are a couple of teams, players, what have you, that I just don't bet against. And one of those teams is the Golden State Warriors, who quietly won the last 3 games, and reportedly, Steph Curry is about to make his comeback. We're going to talk about that and what it could mean for the league right after this.
Thank you for the number one place for your daily basketball fix, NBA Central, hosted by the one and only CEO Haize.
All right, basketball fans, welcome to another episode of NBA Central. You guys can follow me right off the top at CEO Haize, at CEO Haize, holding it down for C-Dub, Bobby, Steve-O on the channel. Now, one thing that I want to talk about, and I shouldn't hold you guys too long today on this video, but the Golden State Warriors have won their last 3 games in a row. Now, albeit not against the best competition, right? Their last 3 wins have come against the Houston Rockets, the Minnesota Timberwolves, and the Portland Trail Blazers. The Houston Rockets, Minnesota Timberwolves are a team that's trying to get it together, going to play-in, playoff push. The Portland Trail Blazers are hopeful as well that they can eventually get in, maybe into that play-in. But upcoming for the Golden State Warriors, they have the Clippers, the New Orleans Pelicans, the Los Angeles Lakers, the OKC Thunder, the Memphis Grizzlies, and the Milwaukee Bucks, followed by the Phoenix Suns, all over the next 2-ish weeks, right? And the thing with the Golden State Warriors that I always feel, the one thing I always say is that I never count this team out. Never count them out. It's just one of the things I've learned to not bet against, and that's the Golden State Warriors, because typically they find a way to turn it around. And with them winning their last 3 games without Steph Curry, and Steph reportedly said that he can make his return on their recent road trip, or their coming up road trip that starts on the road Sunday against the Lakers. That means that Steph Curry is coming back to this team sooner rather than later, at least that they hope. And this team has gone from being a play-in team, or at one point outside the play-in tournament, to now they are currently slated to be the 5th seed in the Western Conference. And you know, the one thing about the Golden State Warriors, you know, they're still second in the league in points per game, which is crazy. Still have one of the better defense that they can ratchet it up at times in the NBA. The Golden State Warriors, no matter what, no matter who's out, who's in, they always seem to find a way. Now, their defense has taken quite a bit of dip over the last couple of seasons, and this season they're in the 20s as far as the defense, or points they're allowing per game. But the one thing with this team that we always know, and that you almost never want to bet against, is if they're healthy to get into the playoffs. And that could be a big if. The Golden State Warriors have a number of injuries right now. Wiggins is out. Jordan Poole is day-to-day. Steph Curry's listed out. Gary Payton, we don't even know if he's going to play again this season. But as they get closer to being healthy, and if they can hit that stride and be healthy going into the playoffs, it almost does not matter where they're sitting in the standings, because this is a team that you always know has the ability to go on a run. And as long as Steph, Draymond, Jordan Poole, Clay, as long as those players are healthy, it's going to give the Golden State Warriors a nice chance. And Kevon Looney definitely playing into his role. I like Kuminga in the minutes that he gives them at time. And Dante DiVincenzo can be a lights-out shooter coming off the bench for the Golden State Warriors. So as we gear up, and we've talked about this word and this term all season, it's been the parity in the NBA. This has been the season of parity, very much so, in the NBA. But this team is showing that they can have the ability to. And I tell you what, while, like I said, those 3 wins not coming against the best competition, some of those not the worst competition either, with Steph Curry being on the precipice of coming back, to add a 22-point per game scorer to that, Kevon Looney averaging 9 rebounds per game, right? Draymond Green leading that team in assists. This team has the ability to go on a run in this playoff, and I'm going to throw this is the question I'm going to ask in this video. Are the Golden State Warriors one of the most dangerous teams going into the playoffs no matter what? Do you also view them that way? Because I just look at this team, and like I said, not necessarily saying they're going to win the title, not necessarily even saying they're going to win the West, but they are definitely going to make it interesting and definitely probably go on a run during these playoffs as long as they can get and stay healthy. And if they do that with the way that they're able to score, the way that they can defend at times, like I said, even though that defense has taken a bit of a hit, and the depth that they have once everyone is back healthy, and if they can get them all back healthy by the playoffs, it's going to be a tough order for anyone who draws the Golden State Warriors and thinks that because of their record or because of how things have gone this season, that they may be an easy out. You better stay locked in and be prepared, because I tell you what, Do not be surprised if the Golden State Warriors shock some teams, go on a run, and maybe, just maybe, make a considerable push in the playoffs where they eliminate some of the teams that have looked better than them this season. Now, it's a lot of ifs in that, right? There's a lot of ifs, and then you got to worry, like, once Steph does come back, how quick does he look like the Steph Curry of old again? And, especially with it being the leg injury, things like that, is it going to affect the shot? Is it going to affect anything like that? We'll see. But I'll tell you what, if Steph makes his return, as Woj reported Sunday against the Los Angeles Lakers, and that team gets back healthy and gets back in rhythm, I tell you what, if you're those teams that are hoping to be playing teams, the Lakers looking to make a push, albeit without LeBron James, the Portland Trail Blazers hoping to make a push, the Minnesota Timberwolves, who've been 4-6 in their last 10, they're on a 1-game winning streak, especially the Dallas Mavericks, who you guys know I've had a video on the channel where I don't believe in the Dallas Mavericks. And if their defense keeps making them slide, right, they're 4-6 in the last 10 as well. The Golden State Warriors hitting this stride and just keep playing the way that we know that they can. I don't know if they're going to do enough to knock any of those top 4 teams out, even though they're technically only 1.5 games back from Phoenix, who right now is the 4th seed, and they're only 4 games back from the Sacramento Kings, who are the 3 seed. The Golden State Warriors, you can never count this team out. And as we go for the back end of the season, the last final stretch of the season, the last 5 weeks, month and a half of this season, Golden State Warriors may be the team that everyone wants to look out for if they get healthy at the right time. Let me know what you guys think on all that down below. That's it for me for today. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of NBA Central. You can follow the show at NBA Central Pod on every social media platform. You can also send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, NBA Central Show at gmail.com. And then lastly, if you want to leave a text message and our voicemail so we can start getting some mailbag episodes, 773-270-2799. We are the #1 spot for everything NBA related. I'm out this mug. I'll see you guys the next time I feel like making a video. Probably tomorrow. Peace, y'all.
This has been a presentation of the Breaks Media.